Hi, my loves. Hope you're well. So I don't work in the 6 weeks holidays. So this is me trying to be a bit more present on TikTok because I haven't done TikToks in forever. So I posted a few of my recent journal and this lovely fabric I'm going to use for my new journal. And so I thought it's been quite a while since I've sort of broken down the processes of how I make a journal. So I'm just going to do a really quick overview of that in the next few videos and try and keep track of how I'm getting on with this most current journal. So those of you that know me know it takes me months, absolutely months to make a journal. I work, I can't always be bothered to craft, I'm too tired to craft, etc, etc. But it's a 6 week holiday, so I thought now, if it takes me a good few months to get things sorted out, it's a good time to do a Halloween journal. And the whole journal, I saw this fabric actually on Vinted, and this whole journal is going to be based around this fabric. I absolutely love it. So this is what the cover is going to be. Obviously, I'll decorate it as well. But I got absolutely masses of it. Loads and loads and loads. So this is the theme. The journal is going to be called The Haunting. And yeah, this is going to be the cover, and I've put together the signatures today. Some people do all of their journals the same size. Mine are all different sizes because it really depends on the papers I use, what images I like, etc, etc. So when I start the process of making a journal, I decide what theme it's going to be and gather papers and materials, etc. I try and do most of the gathering while I'm making my previous journal, if that makes sense. But I saw also some of these papers there was a lady on Facebook, and she just was like, look at these images. And I was like, my God, they'd be perfect. Would you mind if I use them? No, of course you can, she said. So love that. So I've put together the signatures. Now this is, you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. I said that about the material. It's The Haunting. It's scary, it's spooky, it's shocking in some aspects. It will be. Some of my journaling cards, some of the images I've printed off, I literally cannot wait to get cracking with this. So trigger warning, if you're easily scared, you don't like anything to do with possession, hauntings, ghosts, anything like that, this is not going to be for you. So that's your trigger warning. I'll give you a couple of minutes to scroll on. No, I'll give you a couple of seconds to scroll on. Then I'm going to get cracking. Okay, so I'm assuming if you've stayed, you like scary, spooky, horrific things. Okay, cool. Because that's going to be the very first page you come to in the journal. Whenever I make a journal, I like the first page you see to be just an image. It's going to be, if it's an arty journal, arty. If it's a vintage journal, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be creative. This, I just love this. And the fact it already had that on it, it was meant to be. So that's going to be the inside. I'm going to do two signatures. I'm going to quickly flick through them for you. I've done two signatures. There's 7 pages on each side. So 14 in each signature in total. Also what I've done with these, and you'll see, because I want the journal to be as dark as, is I've literally edged every single bit with white, apart from that bit there that I've missed, every white bit with black ink. My hands were filthy after. So I've gone around the edges with the black ink because I just feel like I didn't want any white showing, it's supposed to be a dark journal. So the first signature, that's going to be the opening page. And then what I do is I try to do a mixture of tuck spots, pockets, writing space, etc. So we're going to have a writing space there, and then we're going to have pocket, pocket, writing space, pocket, pocket, writing space. Let me show you the images. Writing space, pocket, pocket, writing space, and then I hide my knots in here. And so that will be a little pocket in the middle. Now that could all be changed. I might decide to do an extra pocket here or whatever, but that's the consensus of it. And then just carrying on, it's the same pattern. Spaces for pockets, spaces for tuck spots, and writing spaces. I loved that. That was such a nice paper. I had to double-side it with black because it was just single-sided, so it was white, annoyingly. Yeah, these were the papers I got off Facebook, but love that. And then the second signature, it's just got image on the front. And then again, we've got spaces for pockets, tuck spots, writing paper. All my tuck spots and pockets, etc. I'm going to do tons of journaling cards, bookmarks, things like that. Okay, so there you can see the pictures. I really love these images. It was so nice of her to let people use them. I've used this one a couple of times. And I love her just peeking around the edge. So yeah, so they're my two signatures. What I'll do now I've got them sorted, is I will make the cover, but I'll show you that in the next video. Just to show you as well, the lady that was giving those images away, she also had some other images as well, so she'll be using some of these for ephemera. What I find most challenging when I use Stamperia and things like that, usually they have die cuts, they have ephemera, they have bits and bobs with them. I really struggle to make my own ephemera, so I was so pleased to have found them. And then I've literally, again, look away if you're scared and squeamish. But I printed off these images. These are obviously big ones because I didn't really know what I was going to do with them. But what I will do is print off smaller ones of these to actually just make the journaling cards. Yes, spooky, spooky, spooky. Yeah, love it. So this is just going to be really dark. It's going to be spooky, scary. So stay tuned. So the next video I will show you how to put my cover together, and then the next one after that will be sewing the signatures in, and then it's the fun bit. Thanks for watching. Bye.